chemical engineer.
If you're in 8th grade and you're being taught geography, and the geography of Venezuela is being forced down your throat, it's not necessary that you're going to retain anything. We all learn at our own pace, and therefore personalized education, I think, is the only way to actually ensure that real learning and real retention happens.
And the fundamental problem that we are seeing this all comes from this analogy. Today on Uber, it's easy to know where your vehicle is on the road and approaching you. But I still can't say the same for a child. Where his learning exactly is, what course correction that I should do, how can he become the best of his potential.
I think one of the first challenges XamCheck faces is actually explaining to schools why it is important to do personalized education. Once they're able to do that, then the growth comes and the retention comes in spades. XamCheck is possibly India's fastest growing education startup.
A child gets knowledge actually in 4 different stages. So that orientation or that training was given by source team of IMAX.
We have some detailed comprehension, value-based, creative writing and some warm-up activities there where the students can learn new words and pronounce in a correct form.
We are integrating the system very nicely with the textbook and workbook because each content is granular and tagged to each concept and skill. Because of that, our ability to create worksheets which are useful for the context of the classroom is very high, which reduces the time of the teacher significantly, and she can focus on improving the gap of each child. So in our system, once the report is prepared, we prepare these personalized worksheets which basically pull relevant question and content from our content ocean and plug them together based on the gap of each child.
Right content to the right student at the right point of time in the right form. And by that we mean, by understanding student's profile, if you can provide the content that is most important to him and is interesting to him in the right form. Form is important because a child can be interested in movies, he could be interested in toys, he could be interested in something like programming. In all of that, the form really matters when we're talking about learning for children.
Before IMAX, it's somewhat difficult because we have to rush up with the portion within the time. So after coming IMAX, it's very useful, and slow learners also, they can grasp easily because one-word answers will be there, difficult words will be there. By using that hints, they can grasp easily.
XamCheck for Aspada is the vehicle to ensure that India's students, by the hundreds of millions, have access to this quality of learning.
300 million children out there, their potential, can each of them be the likes of an Elon Musk, Christopher Nolan, and all those figures that become the best in the world.